Prince William has finally broken his silence, and his words have sent shockwaves through Westminster and the entire royal family. For months, there had been quiet tension between the palace and Prime Minister Keir Starmer's government. Starmer's rise to power came with promises of transparency, accountability and modern reform. Promises that behind the elegant walls of Buckingham Palace were heard as something far more threatening. His statements about reviewing royal finances and modernising old traditions began stirring unease within royal circles. Many wondered if this was the start of a new era, one that could finally test the limits of the monarchy's untouchable status. Prince William, known for his composure and sense of duty, had remained silent through previous controversies. But according to sources close to the palace, this time something changed. It wasn't just political, it was personal. As the weeks went by, Starmer's speeches became sharper. He spoke of equality, of inherited power, of the need for Britain to evolve beyond historic privilege. To some, it was inspiring. To others, it was a subtle challenge aimed at the very heart of the monarchy. Insiders began whispering that Prince William had grown frustrated with what he saw as constant political jabs at his family's legacy. He had always been the bridge between tradition and change, but now he found himself caught in a storm he didn't start. When he finally responded, he did it not with anger, but with words that echoed through Britain's airwaves. At a charity event, when asked about leadership and responsibility, he replied, "True leadership isn't about dismantling traditions for applause. It's about carrying responsibility through generations." That single sentence lit the match. Within hours, every major outlet replayed the clip. Commentators filled the airwaves with questions. Was this a direct response to Starmer's remarks? Had Prince William just crossed the line of royal neutrality? Social media split instantly, some praising him for standing up for tradition, others condemning him for interfering in politics. The palace, known for silence during political storms, was suddenly under pressure to respond. The fallout was intense. Reports emerged of urgent meetings inside Buckingham Palace. Senior aides tried to control the narrative, reminding the press that the monarchy must remain above politics. But the statement was already out. The public had heard it, and it was impossible to walk it back. Sources claimed King Charles was deeply displeased, concerned that his son had inadvertently drawn the monarchy into a political battle. Yet behind closed doors, some royal insiders admitted they understood William's frustration. For years, the monarchy had faced criticism from politicians, media and activists. The prince's comment, they argued, was not rebellion. It was defence. Meanwhile, Keir Starmer didn't stay silent either. During a press briefing, he responded calmly but firmly, saying, "In modern Britain, no one is above accountability, not even those born into privilege." The words landed like thunder. The message was unmistakable. The monarchy, too, must answer to the people. Political commentators described it as the most open confrontation between the Crown and the government in recent memory. Newspapers on both sides of the aisle took their positions. Some accused Starmer of provoking the royal family. Others claimed William's outburst showed how outdated the monarchy had become. Public reaction was divided along generational lines. Older Britons admired William's defence of heritage, viewing it as a reminder of stability and national pride. Younger voters, however, felt differently. To them, Starmer's call for transparency resonated more. Polls showed the monarchy's approval ratings dipping among those under 35, even as support strengthened among traditional conservatives. The country was split, not just politically, but culturally. As days turned into weeks, the media storm refused to fade. Every public appearance by William was dissected. Every move Starmer made was analysed for hidden meaning. Late-night shows mocked the tension. Political analysts debated the long-term consequences. What began as one comment had now become a national conversation about power, privilege, and Britain's identity in the 21st century. Could a hereditary institution coexist with a modern democracy demanding transparency? Could the future king remain politically neutral in an age when silence is seen as complicity? Beneath all the noise, one thing was clear: Britain was changing. The monarchy was no longer untouchable, and even figures as respected as Prince William would have to navigate a world where every word carried political weight. The moment symbolised something larger, a generational collision between the traditions of the past and the demands of the future. Some analysts suggested this was a test of how far the monarchy could adapt. Others believed it was the start of a new chapter, one where royal figures could no longer hide behind protocol. For William, the challenge was personal. As the heir to the throne, he represents continuity, yet he's also expected to modernise the institution for a new era. His statement wasn't just about politics, it was a reflection of his struggle to define what kind of king he will become. Keir Starmer, on the other hand, emerged as a figure willing to question the untouchable. To his supporters, he became the voice of accountability in a system built on privilege. To his critics, he was needlessly stirring tension with a family that has long been symbolic, not political. Either way, he had achieved something few politicians ever do. He made the monarchy respond. Weeks later, while public attention began to shift toward other issues, the echoes of that confrontation remained. It wasn't about one sentence or one event anymore. It was about the direction Britain was heading, and whether its oldest institution could truly exist outside politics in a world where everything is political. The story of Prince William and Keir Starmer wasn't a scandal. It was a reflection of a nation redefining its balance between history and progress. As the dust settled, many began to see it as a pivotal moment, a sign that even the monarchy, the most enduring symbol of tradition, must find its place in a rapidly evolving society. And so the question lingers. Did Prince William defend the crown's dignity, or did he expose how fragile the line between royalty and politics has become?